And Jesus said, "Neither do I condemn you. Go and sin no more." The scripture that I chose to read is from John 8, and is the story of the woman caught in adultery. And I chose these specific passages for a few reasons. The first being that we can all share in the universal theme of we don't want to be condemned, that Christ does not condemn us, and that He loves us, and that He didn't condemn this woman, and that He won't condemn us. And the other is that this passage of Scripture has always been fascinating to me because it's always raised a lot of questions. For instance, it's the woman caught in adultery. So how do you catch someone in adultery? That's a really question I always thought about. And then where's the man? Because adultery is between two people. Why is it only this woman? And another thing about it is that Jesus really showed His wisdom here on earth because they were trying to trap Him into saying, if you agree with us in stoning this woman, then you're not compassionate. But if you disagree with us, you're breaking the law, and thus we have a means to say you're not perfect. So, John 8. Now Jesus returned to the Mount of Olives, but early the next morning He went back to the temple. A crowd soon gathered, and He sat down and taught them. Now the teachers of the religious law and the Pharisees brought to Him a woman who was caught in adultery, and they put her before the crowd. "Teacher," they said to Jesus, "this woman was caught in the act of adultery. Now the law of Moses says that we should stone her. What do you say we should do?" They were trying to trap Him into saying something that they could use to condemn Him. But Jesus stooped down and He started to write in the dust with His finger. They kept demanding an answer, and so finally Jesus stood up and said, "All right, but let the one of you who has never sinned cast the first stone." And they stooped back down and began to write in the dust once more. When the accusers had heard this, they slipped away one by one, beginning with the oldest, until absolutely none were left, and the woman was left in the middle of the crowd. Then Jesus stood up, looked at the woman, and said, "Where are your accusers? Didn't even one of them condemn you?" "No, Lord," she said. And Jesus said, "Neither do I condemn you. Go and sin no more." Yeah.